Welcome to your weekend focus for October the 27th, the 28th, and the 29th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you, truly, for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. And I send it right back to you. Thank you. Now, let's see what the energy is going to be for us this weekend. Oh, these cards don't want to. There we go. Cards are fighting today. Uh-oh. Two of Wands. Two of Wands, if I'm not mistaken, that is the 28th card in the tarot deck. So we're doing the 27th, the 28th, the 29th. Four of Wands. Four of Wands has been showing up a lot lately, and this is celebrating who you are, where you're going. Wands and Nine of Pentacles. Look at that. Stay grounded this weekend. The Two of Wands starting us out here. Oh, you know what? We usually pick five. Let's go back and just pick two more fast here. The Nine of Cups. So here I'm thinking, oh, we're not going to end on this beautiful nine. But we've got the Nine of Cups, and the last card is, oh, look at this, the Nine of Swords. 999. We ended off with 999. Okay. Two of Wands. Let's start there. Two of Wands is perhaps being pulled in two separate directions, wanting to do this or that, but you know you can't have the cake and eat it too. There has to be a decision made. There has to be one way to go or the other. There has to be a black and white here. And Scorpio is very much about black and white. So we've got that Scorpio energy happening. Two Wands, both full of growth. The cat symbolizes your intuition. And it sits at one side of the wand. The planet is on the other side. So do you go with the more grounded, logical approach, or do you go with the more spiritual, intuitive, passionate road? So twos usually bring in, it's a little bit of a balance, but it's a hard balance. We're teeter-tottering. If you can imagine, setting a house on just two pillars, it's not going to be very stable. Three, a little better. Four, we've got it now. Five, incredible. And so on and so forth. So as we grow, this is a younger card, a two, a newer beginning, the new path forward. So this is all about where we are going. And what the two paths represent. What needs your focus? What needs your time? Maybe it's a choice between two careers. Maybe it's a choice between two lifestyles. Maybe it's a choice between two interests of study. And you know you can't do both. And you look out towards the horizon. So we have to think. We have to reflect. We have to look at the seeds that we truly want to plant in our lives, the path we want to walk in our life. It's a very potent time right now to, yes, keep doing those new moon affirmations. Okay, I do have a new moon's affirmation video out there. I have a morning meditation, but that's got some affirmations. Actually, most of even the simple breathing exercise has affirmations in there for you. And I don't necessarily want you to listen to it over and over and over, Although you can, if you would like me to speak and you to meditate on the words, absolutely. But I want you to take ownership of some of those things that you are saying within that video, or I'm saying for you within that video or those videos. And I want you to take it and make it your mantra that you wake up to in the morning, or your mission statement that you say aloud each day of who you are, where you're going, what you are stepping into. It's not a question of if or hopefully, it's a you are. I am. So it's really a time to look at what we want. Now, the Four of Wands here says we do have our foundation. We can celebrate that. We've narrowed it down to maybe only 2 choices, or we feel very grounded in our decisions on how to go forward. We're dancing, we're laughing, we're going with the flow, we're experiencing life. This is harmony. This is balance. This is working together and celebrating together. This is knowing that it is a far way off in the distant future what our castle is going to look like. But we have the foundation. We have the 4 main pillars up, and we have it decorated. We have the garland. So we are celebrating the smaller steps. Celebrating the smaller steps. So don't wait till, you have a 5-year goal and you're going to wait 5 years before you celebrate. Celebrate every accomplishment, no matter how small, minute it is. You've been trying to get that person to talk to you and they said hi for the first time ever. Celebrate that. That's a step in the right direction. Don't fill up with worry and fear that that's the only word they're going to say, or you didn't say anything back and oh gosh, I panicked. And look at what you can celebrate in your life in the now, right now. What you already have as a foundation. Yes, we have to make some decisions about how to go forward, and that's going to make us weeble wobble a little bit. Absolutely. Any new path would. We know that. But we also have a lot of surety. We also have a lot of a strong base on which to build. And maybe that's just our own inner energy that we're going to build on. Maybe it's not something tangible and real on the outside. Maybe it's more about who we've become, knowing that we are a pillar for ourselves. Now, we have the 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Pentacles is right in the middle, and we walk through that portal, and look at it, it's all kind of foggy behind her. When she walks through that gateway, that portal, that doorway, that archway, and she says, yeah, you watch out, look at me now. I'm here, and I'm going to go forward with success. And this card, being a 9, talks about your wisdom in knowing how to do things going forward in a way that you only have to do it once. You've been through the trial and error. You've been through the learning experiences. You are ready to go forward with your wealth of information, intuition, wisdom, friendships. Maybe it's your health that's great. You're vibrant, you're alive. Maybe it's your spirituality and you feel at peace. Nine of Cups. We're setting the table. The feast is on. The pumpkin's there. It's like a Thanksgiving. So maybe this card has a little bit about being grateful for what you have. the joy that's already in your life and celebrating that. Sharing memories, creating memories, growing memories. We have all the cups there waiting to be filled. The harvest is on the table. She looks content. She looks happy. She wears the greens and blue for growth, compassion. Heart is where the home is. You know, it's like she's preparing the table for her family, her tribe. But then at the end of it all, we have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is your brain telling you that you are not worthy. The Nine of Swords is telling you that you're wrong. You've got it wrong. You failed before, you'll fail again. Don't try it. Don't do it. Don't say it. You deserved it. Stop your belly aching. You got what's coming to you. You know better. Oh, yeah, our minds can be, we can be our own worst enemies. So here we are, and we're laying down, we're going to bed, and we can't sleep. We're restless, we're tossing, we're turning. We got one leg under the covers, and the pillow feels like a rock. And we're replaying events that have happened in the recent past, or we are projecting the dismal results of our actions or our words from the past and how it's going to reflect tomorrow. And it takes us down, takes the wind out of our sail. And we start to think that we are not worthy or we are not deserving. Or it could be that somebody makes us feel that way. Somebody makes us feel invisible or not respected or not loved. And we will take it personally this weekend. And we will want to fight back. Or maybe it's somebody calling you out. Either way, you're tossing and turning. So much more with this card as an ending card. We have to really turn towards the positive. We have to, if there's a problem, talk it out. Talk it out, not yell it out. Not fight it out. But to deal with it through compassion, through love, or at least staying grounded. The minute somebody loses their temper, they've lost the argument. Because your mind gets irrational. Your mind flies off. It pulls up something from 10 years ago that person did once. So be careful with this energy. Be very careful because it's in the final position. That we could end the weekend on a very sour note of things that's going to consume us, that's really going to put us in the negative, to make us feel like we can't go forward. Maybe you're trying to start something new in your life, and it's those old tape recorder replays of what your parents said to you, or what friends said to you, a peer said to you, a neighbor said to you, a teacher, somebody in authority. Somebody says you couldn't, you shouldn't, you're worthless, you can't do this, that's horrible, why would you even bother? How much time did you take to do that? Oh my goodness, what a waste. And those things just stick like glue to the outside of the lock of that box that you can't open because you're allowing that glue to be there. When we heard those things, we were 3, 5, 7, 9, 15. You've grown since then. Revisit it, look at it, and realize that you made the decisions on how to keep yourself safe through the eyes of a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 9-year-old. Now look at it through adult eyes and see how silly it was to believe that about yourself, about your talents, your abilities. And let it go. Forgive them for their ignorance. Move on. Be careful with this energy. You know, all the other energy is so pumped and beautiful, and it's offering you so much abundance and rewards and happiness and joy. But with the Nine of Swords there, that's where my fear comes in. My fear for you of going to the negative, or not handling situations right, which is going to lead to this kind of feeling, which I think is more probable than reliving something or rehashing something. That if we don't handle situations right this weekend, so, you know, think before you talk, think before you act. What will the result be? What's the message I'm trying to convey? What am I hoping the response will be? It'll go a long way of not having to put up with this energy going into next week. So stay grounded. Talk things through. If something bothers you, then yes, you should be bringing it up. But how do you bring it up? Will it bring in the desired results the way you want to bring it up? Anyways, let's move on to our affirmation card. Some beautiful energy here to work with. Know that you're going to feel a little out of balance. Know that you're looking at the decisions you need to make in your life. Know your talents and your abilities. Celebrate those small accomplishments, especially with other people. We have the Queen of Fire. So there's fire energy here. Absolutely. Queen of Fire. How did I get to that? Creative collaborations, soul connections, passion inspired by spirit, and artist. I am capable of strong friendships that inspire me and encourage me to express myself in my own way. I co-create with others, dedicated to a vision of achieving the highest good of all. How might I join in the dance of co-creation? How can I join in the dance of procreation? Letting spirit flow through me and inspire me to express my passions. So we're definitely expressing our passions this weekend. So be careful how you do that. Don't make it negative, make it very positive. I'm capable of strong friendships that inspire me. Now that's a beautiful affirmation based on what I said here earlier. I am capable of strong friendships that inspire me and encourage me to express myself in my own way. So I'm very capable of having that relationship. I don't need to burn bridges. I don't need to, be the king of the castle. I don't need to. So maybe this is a little bit of stepping back and being a little humble, but no, it's your voice. You need your voice with fire. Humble got you here. Humble got it under your skin. It's like, it's like your partner does something that just, it bugs you, but you let it go by because they like doing it and whatever. And then they do it, and all of a sudden you just like snap like a dry twig in the forest. You're like, oh, why do they have to do that? Drives me insane. And so all this buildup inside of you reaches the plateau and you explode on them, and they're like, what? I always do that. Since when don't you like it? And it turns into a war if we don't handle it properly. Watch that fire energy. We don't want that fire. We want that fire to be, we want it to be like that campfire when families around and feeling the warmth and roasting the marshmallows. And we don't want the fire to be like a forest fire, a raging fire, an out of control fire with our emotions, with our actions. So we have to really concentrate on using the energy in a very productive and positive way. Oh, look at this, the love card. Kind of looks like the strength card in a way, doesn't it? 6 for love. Of course, 6 for love. Oneness. In all of life, there is only the illusion of separation. In fact, we are all reflections of one another. When I make choices, I tend to see things as either or. What if every choice I make is about an experience, a sharing, and an exploring? When I choose to see the unity in all things, magic abounds. Love is all around me. Spirit loves me unconditionally, and I can give and receive abundant love. So it really is about our heart center. It's about our relationships this weekend. Whether it's co-workers, people in the community, our partner, our families, our tribes, our clans. In all of life, there is only the illusion of separation. In fact, we are all reflections of one another. When I make choices, I tend to see things as either or. But what if every choice I make is about the experience, a sharing, and exploring? When I choose to see the unity in all things, magic abounds. Love is all around me. Spirit loves me unconditionally, and I can give and receive abundant love. And what a beautiful affirmation that is. Love is all around me. Spirit loves me unconditionally. I can give and receive abundant love. One more. The Page of Earth. The young energy of the Page of Earth. Commitment to prosperity. First signs of tangible success, so celebrate it. Undeniable evidence that hard work will pay off. Dreams grounded in reality, and the start of a new project. Everything starts with a plan, and I'm beginning to see the results generate prosperity. I am a doer, and I get to make my own decisions. I have the ability to attract what I need. I have the ability to attract what I need. I have the ability to attract what I need. And we'll finish off with an animal card, or higher intuition. That was the Good Tarot. And the first deck is the Witch's Companion. Look who's back. The Robin returns. New beginnings, cleansing, newness, grateful, promise, and new birth. You cannot climb a mountain if you will not risk a fall. Robin tells you it's now time to pull yourself from the sludge of the past. Wipe yourself clean and mend the wounds and scratches that you occurred on the journey. And I really got that when I started talking about this one, right? We let those old recordings play over and over and over about when we failed, when we didn't do it right, when we dropped the ball. Or somebody told us we did, and we believed it. Your angels and guides will be on hand to help. It's a great day to offer your gratitude for what you have and for knowing that you won't be let down if you ask, believe, expect. Changes can occur in your life. Yes, there is an everything happens for a reason thinking, even during painful experiences. But loss always evolves into gain of some kind. Have you ever experienced a passing only to hear an announcement of a pregnancy or birth? Or broken up with someone to start dating someone so much more compatible for you that you wondered what you saw in the past person? Death of such situations always evolve into a promise of birth and new beginnings, if you can see through the clouds of despair. Emotion is truly energy in motion, and since everything is energy, money, love, work, etc., the universe feels the vibration changing in your thoughts, and it can change into wonderful things if you allow it to do so. So remember that, yes, very much the universe feels the vibration changing in your thoughts, so you want to raise that vibration. You want to make them positive thoughts, success oriented thoughts, successful thoughts. Robin always comes back to the same place each springtime. It's nature's way. Robin may be telling you that you need to review your childhood to see where you may have stored away, to see what you may have stored away deep within your soul, to see if there is forgiveness that needs to take place. Or maybe look up a childhood friend. Maybe make that connection again that you lost so long ago. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.